G'day, and welcome to a very special edition of Halftime with Hogga. Well, with restrictions being relaxed and tonight being date night, it's no surprise that your regular host, Michael Hodge, is unavailable, so I'm stepping into his shoes. Tonight we have a very special guest with Sydney University Football Club General Manager, Daivd Haigh, joining us. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks, Haigh. It's good to be here. And I must say the club's doing a great job with this initiative between you, Hodgie and Kirsty. This is looking fantastic. In particular, I think the production's looking really quite polished and really adds something to
it. He certainly does a great job. Now, there was big news coming out of the club yesterday with head coach Robert Taylor moving to the UK. Can you tell us any details about that?
Yeah, it is big news, but it's great news for Rob and a great reward for what he's been able to achieve at the club through all of his hard work. He's been here for 4 years, and in each of those years, his top team's been minor premiers and major premiers, which is a hell of a record in its own right. And we're thrilled that Rob's got the opportunity to move to the next level. It's something that the club's very passionate about. We obviously are always looking to develop our players to move on to the professional ranks. But hand in hand with that is the club's passion to promote our coaches and administrators as well.
Yeah, he's certainly done a great job. And so what's the plan for the club to replace him?
Yeah, that's obviously the job to do now. So the club's current plan is to appoint an interim coach for the remainder of this season, whenever we get off the ground, and open up a more extensive search for season 2021 and beyond for a permanent replacement. In terms of the timing, we're looking sometime in the next week or two to be able to announce the interim coach, and then over the next month, open up that wider search for the permanent replacement.
Sounds like exciting times for the club. And now I know the club's getting a lot of inquiries about the likelihood of the season getting started, when that might be. Can you shed any light on that?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question for sure. The reality is we don't know. At the moment, the guide we've been given is the 25th of July. There's certainly a case where we might get started sooner, but of course we could get started later as well. I think probably what's becoming a little bit more certain is an end date. The end of October looks to be most likely. I think most of the Sydney Premiership clubs can run through to that 31st of October date. Our club's position is we've got 7 teams prepared to play. We did a play survey last week and we had an overwhelming response. All but a very small handful of players are available to play throughout the whole year. So this puts us in a good position. There's obviously the women's team to think about as well. With the women's competition only being 1 team, there's probably actually a lower threshold to start their competition than you might see with the men's competition.
Wow, it's great to hear there's such enthusiasm in the playing group. And what about the likelihood of playing in front of crowds?
Yeah, well, that's obviously the challenge, and no one really has the answer for that. There's every chance if the competition gets started in that July timeframe, we'll be looking to play games without crowds. There's also every chance if the competition goes all the way through to October or even longer, there might not be the possibility for crowds either. So we're preparing for both. We'd love to have as many of our members, supporters, friends and family down watching our games, but we'll obviously be directed and dictated to by Rugby Australia, the government and other health authorities.
Yeah, that's really hard for everyone, isn't it? Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Yeah, it is. I think there's plenty of other questions. People asking about our events, our finals lunch, ladies' day, whether the competition will be broadcast or streamed. Obviously, we've got members asking what's happening with their memberships and players with their rego. It's such a constantly evolving landscape. So as soon as we have answers, we have clarity, the club, the board has clarity, we'll certainly be communicating that with the whole club. In the meantime, we're being as agile as possible. Things like Game Day TV, you're watching now, trying to engage our community at a very organic level, our sponsors, our members, that's key to us. I'm sure we'll be back on the field sometime soon. And when that's the case, looking to engage our community even more. But we really appreciate everyone's support during this really challenging time. And please let us know, get in contact with myself, with Kirsty, Hodgie, any of the rest of the staff, or Lino on the board, if there's any questions you might have, anything that we can help with.
Well, with so much uncertainty, I'm sure our members really appreciate getting an update on the club and the likelihood of the season this year. Thanks so much for giving us the time today, mate.
Yeah, no worries, Haigh. I'm just glad this weird interview is over and looking forward to Hogga coming back and resuming his role.
Now enjoy the second half of Friday Night Footy.